stand, and I'm taking my place in this world, a pearl. Cause the ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Oh yeah, the ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Everybody's here for something for a short time. Overdue, gonna get mad, gotta go, I'm moving.
Welcome, everybody. This is exciting because this is our graduation celebration for the final 10-10-10 session for LeadHERtrucking. And here we are, right? So you ladies, as you know, you're the pilot pod for LeadHERtrucking, the very first LeadHERtrucking we've done. You have been the, you've been our test run. You've given us ideas. You've helped us decide what works, what doesn't work, make changes, etc. It's been so exciting for myself and for Sarah. I speak for her and everybody involved. So, I guess the important thing is, though, we're gathering not to complete our session, but really to celebrate what we've begun. And what we've begun is this relationship. We've begun this sisterhood, this network of LeadHERtrucking. And so for me, the inaugural graduating class, the class of 2022 for LeadHERtrucking, it's the beginning. It's the beginning. You've got through the course and you're graduating with it, but you're celebrating because I'm hoping so much that you stay with us. You belong to LeadHER Network. It's a lifetime, and I hope that you're going to continue to be involved, continue to come in, continue to be part of the meetups. Because we don't want you to go anywhere. We want you to keep working together and keep growing and be there for each other when you have those bad days and you do need someone to reach out to. So that's certainly my wish. I want to just start with some quick thank yous, please. So firstly, my thank you to you, the mentee, because you signed up for this project and it was a leap of faith. You really had no idea what you were getting into, right? I mean, let's be honest. You didn't know, but we approached you. We asked you. You said, sure, I'm in. Sarah talked to you. She shared what it was going to be like. And you bought into the vision and you joined. And so thank you for doing that. And then my thank you to the mentors, because, again, you were so willing to donate your personal time. You've got the years of experience. You've got the support to give to these women who are just starting their career. You believed in what our vision was and is, and that is to support new drivers, to make sure we get them through that first year and that second year of being on the road so that they can have their lifelong career, because it's a very good, lucrative, professional career, and we didn't want to see them not make it. So thank you, mentors, believing in that. And then for the hosts who are on the session, thank you for bringing your expertise, being willing to put on one of our 10-10-10 sessions to talk about what you're passionate about, what you're an expert in, because those learnings were so important to the content of the program. And Sarah is going to talk about that in a bit in more detail. So my other thank you, and it's a huge thank you, and it goes out to Women in Trucking. And as all of you know, Women in Trucking is they started out sponsoring you, the pilot pod, and they have continued on now as our partner. And they're committed to growing this. They've helped us already secure funding for pod 1, pod 2, pod 3, and pod 4. They're just today sent out messages to other companies saying, hey, get on board and help. We want to keep this growing. So we so appreciate them. And right now, because we're talking about that wonderful support, I'd like to introduce from Women in Trucking, Andrea Adiyanhu, who is the Director of Driver Engagement for Women in Trucking. So Andrea, welcome. Love to have you share some thoughts and bring some greetings to everybody. And we're thrilled to have you. And thanks so much for your support so far in your new role. So we're glad to have you.
Thank you, Cynthia. Women in Trucking is ecstatic about this completion of this pod. So congratulations for all of your hard work and all that you guys have done. I'm just excited just to see the fruit of it. I came in a little bit after you guys had been about halfway through. So I'm just excited and congratulations on a job well done. You guys are the pioneers of this mentorship program, and we're very excited about where it's going, and the sky's the limit. So the passion for women in trucking is really mentorship. We just really believe that women can teach other women and equip them to have the tools that they need to progress farther in their careers. And so mentors, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. Mentees, thank you for absorbing and learning with them. I'm excited to see what you're going to do with knowledge you've gained. You have something to pour into the next generation, and we're just building the generations up after us, because transportation isn't going anywhere, as everybody knows. And so we need to pull that needle forward to have more women inside the industry. We just grew up to 13% based off the WIT index. So that's really exciting from 10%. So I'm excited to get that number closer to 20%, maybe by 2024. So we can't do it without you. So continue to press on, continue to bring people towards LeadHERtrucking, because we have this great mentorship to equip the future generation. So come on board, continue on. I'm excited to see.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much, and certainly welcome. And we're so pleased that you're part of the team. So this is terrific. So, and of course, I want to also offer a very special thank you to our program. She started out as our program director. She's now the VP of development for LeadHERtrucking, and that, of course, is Sarah Hilton. And, you know, Sarah obviously was devoted to this program and put so much of her heart and soul into the planning of it well before we even got to the launch. And as you know, she has been driving this product forward and making sure that she did the matches and they're great. And she has made sure that each of the programs have run well for you, the sessions and the workshops and the meetups and all of that. So anyway, at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Sarah. And I know she wants to spend a few minutes reviewing and talking about the content, the learning that has gone on. So Sarah, why don't you take it away? Okay.
Excellent. Well, I feel so blessed to be sitting here and to have watched the journey as you started to where you are today, and hearing the stories and getting to know what I call now friends, and developing that. So I am so blessed to be here, sitting here, telling this story. I'll back up a bit. When I used to work in mental health, I used to go in and do training for mental health teams, in corporate usually, but associations, organizations. And I would go in and I'd do my training, and, people would give me some pretty good responses and say, wow, that story really touched me, or our family's going through this now. Love that exercise we did. That really helped us understand mental health. And I thought, you know what? I did a pretty good job. And then they might bring me back a year later, and I'd go in, and the first question I'd say to the audience, and it would be 90% the same audience. So what did you learn, or what did you take away from my training last year? And the room got pretty silent. Like, I thought I had done a great job, that I was going to change the world, that these 30 people were going to go out there and conquer mental health and tell everybody about mental health and everything it's all about. And there was silence. And it really taught me more than anything that trainings or new information, workshops, speakers, they're only as good as what does the audience do with it. And this is what I love about LeadHERtrucking, is you've had some workshops, some hosted sessions, we've had some conversations, all of that through this whole kind of 10 months. And there has been some incredible things that have happened because of it. But LeadHERtrucking never goes away. So this is the beautiful thing about this, is I'm going to give you a little recap of what you've seen or heard over the year. And it might remind you of a few things. Or at the time, like Nordam might have done a session, and at the time it didn't resonate particularly to what you were going through in life at that moment. But 6 months 3 weeks and 2 days from now, you might be sitting there thinking, wow, I'm stuck, or I'm feeling a challenge. You have this information that has been given by the experts over the last 10 months for life. You can go back to it. You can take action on it when it fits where you're at in your life at any point. It is never going away. It's a gift that's been given to all of us, and we get to practice it and use it. And Nurdan being on the call today, thank you, Nurdan, is a perfect example, because I met Nurdan years ago, and she would tell me about what she does in her expertise. And, you know, I would listen and we talk about it, have conversations about it and all of that. But it wasn't until I really needed it in my life that something that she had said, and I went, that's why I need to do what Nurdan said, because now it really is something that's going to help me get through that challenge or that dilemma or that conversation with my daughters or whatever it was. So this is just a little recap, Cynthia, if you put it up, of what you've heard over the last 10 months.
I know how to stand, and I'm taking my place in this world, a pearl. Cause the ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Oh yeah, the ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Everybody's here for something for a short time. Overdue, gonna get mine, gotta go, I'm moving.
We can talk about visualization techniques and gratitude and all the rest. Big believer in meditation. So Wayne Dyer, sound meditation, has a morning manifestation meditation. Yes, meditation changed my life, Siobhan. And has an evening gratitude meditation. I changed my life around clarity, around what matters to me, and around manifesting things like I manifest like that. It's incredible. All kinds of mental and physical benefits to help you, I think, with what that light, right? We don't want that light dimmed. We want you to feel good in your purpose and how you walk in this world. So focus on your truth, get clear on that, but recognizing you're still evolving, and that's totally cool. And that meditation, really important.
You've got to be good to yourself. You've got to understand who you are. So to be resilient, you strengthen your core. You be mindful, you be aware, and you use intent.
Then we have the sacred gift of healing. Now, this is very specific to either physical, or it could be that sort of psychiatric healing form, but you are going to be working in modalities of healing. So you are able to physically help someone recover. Often in the healing realm, it is all about the actual outcome that someone experiences by being with you. So their pain is gone. Their trauma becomes triumph. You move people through physical and emotional healing. Sometimes that can seem miraculous. Even for yourself as the healer, you don't always know where that comes from.
Read a lot of studies about women being more risk averse than men, because historically, right, we're talking, creation. Men are out, men are fighting, they're hunting, they're out, they're getting, they're getting the food, they're bringing it back to the camp, etc. Women are by themselves with the children, constantly scanning for threats, constantly scanning to see what could go wrong, what kind of threat might there be for me and my children while, the men are away. And that over time, this has bred this hyper kind of risk aversion in women.
What gets in the way of your confident communication? Well, I know for me, and I'm thinking that there might be a part of it for you, is that you get in your own way. What is tough about communication? Is it that you feel awkward? Is it that you're afraid that you're going to say the wrong thing? Could it be that you're not sure that people want to listen to what you have to say? Could it be that you're embarrassed if you say the wrong thing? Like, what is going on that stops you from communicating in the way that you'd like to communicate? What gets in your own way for communicating for success?
I believe that every person comes into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Now, someone passed that information on to that quote to me years ago, and I just take that to heart, that you're here for a reason. And so I want you to find out what that reason is tonight. Now, I am a motivator and I talk to children and youth all the time. So I hope you all are ready to have some fun. Who's ready to have some fun today?
I love money. I love business. And I love it in a way because it's got the ability to do things for us and for our families and for our communities. Not in a way that we give it any power. And I find that during the day when I talk to people that the fear of money is the fear of the power it has over us. And I tell people all the time, money has no feelings. Like it feels nothing. There is lots and lots of money out there. It's just swirling around in the universe and it's up for grabs for anybody. And it has no feelings. Like there is no money, no pile of money sitting out there saying, no, I'm sitting here reserved for Kathy, or I'm sitting here reserved for Sarah.
So a micro action. Well, I know I got to go to bed by around the 9:30 mark. So a micro action for me could be just to take 10 receipts, just 10, and put them in their folder. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about taking little steps sometimes with the things in life that are hard to do for you. And for everybody, it's different. There's somebody in this room who loves sorting receipts. Now, the funny thing is, they measure this. Did you know that your brain actually feels pain? Your whole body actually feels pain, measurable pain on fMRIs when you resist something, like when you're resisting getting into action.
The one about the transplant taught me about community. The one about micromanaging taught me about productivity. The one about mentorship taught me about creativity and fun. And the one about the Post-it note taught me about collaboration. And the interesting thing is that those stories that I provided to you are from the years 2000 and 2015. Okay. And in the last 3 years with my business with Ripple Effect Leadership, I've really zoned in on my own core values. And guess what? My top core values, and I just had this epiphany this past week, that the correlation to these stories, my top core values are creativity, fun, collaboration, community, and productivity. And I'm like, wow, everything's kind of just come full circle for me, right? With all these experiences. And so through all these experiences and everything I've accomplished in my career, including, 15 or more staff and volunteer-led committees, 50 and more community events that I've hosted, 125 conferences that I've led, easily over 500 presentations I've given.
The insights about the story will help you to understand how we can create or prevent disasters. Titanic, the largest man-made moving object at the time. It was considered unsinkable by media, by public, by experts.
I'm moving it up. The ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Everybody's here for something for a short time. Overdue, gonna get mine. Gotta go, I'm moving. The ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Oh yeah, the ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up.
I can't thank you enough. And our hosts have really been a part of this program, and from the beginning, from the start, the get-go. I hope that you remember some of those incredible messages that were passed on to us. If you ever need to review them, they're always there through Leader Alliance, and it's going to be amazing to, watch and review. But here's the other piece about those important sessions is that you can be live on those calls going forward. Just because we're having a celebration tonight does not mean that we don't want to see your smiling faces next month, the month after. We are just so thrilled and so honored that we have not only built the program to meet you as women that drive, but as friends. So thank you.
Thank you, Sarah, very much. Appreciate that. And thank you for that overview. And Dan, as someone on the call, thank you for your time as one of those hosts as well. So what I wanted to share at this point, I just wanted to share something about the vision that I had for the program. So for me, I hoped that this program was going to offer amazing women, yourself, as mentees, and a chance to grow and improve. And so when I was doing my research on what this program needed to look like, what was missing, where were the gaps on mentorship programs, et cetera. There's some great mentorship programs out there. What did we want to do that would enhance and add something different to them, et cetera? So I had read in that research that women who have mentors have improved socioeconomic prospects, full stop. And so honestly, I didn't need any more to inspire me than that, just to know that having a mentor in your life literally ensures that you are going to have socioeconomic benefit and growth. So that was certainly what we wanted. The guidance of a mentor helps to get you established in your chosen field, right? And we wanted someone who could discuss strategies with you to overcome challenges and to let you benefit from their knowledge and experience and to build on this extended and valuable lifetime network. So, graduates tonight of LeadHERtrucking, you are and you will be successful because of the access to your mentor. There's no question about it. And so, like Sarah said, that she went through and showed you the different people that have talked. And so just to highlight for me, they're all really important. One of the most important for me is the leadership experience that you get from this program. You hone that leadership influence and ability. You better understand how you could be a leader, the kind of leader you want to be. And you know what? You don't have to lead a team of 20 or 100 or 500. You lead you. You are the Me Inc., right? Me Incorporated. You lead you. So you are a leader. You're a leader in your interactions. You're a leader in the way you respond and interact with people in your job every day. You're a leader within your home, with your family, with your community. And that leadership and those leadership skills are so essential, and you get that from the benefit of having that mentor. Also your strengths, right? Whether it's your sacred gifts that you go through like we did in that session, or little nuggets you've gained throughout the last 10 months going through this, but it truly is, you're more empowered through this mentorship journey by developing those strengths. And I think every week we've talked about those strengths and the interaction, and you've all been willing to share, and you get on the call and you talk about your challenges that week and things that you've had. And out of all of that, right, we all have grown and picked out our strengths from that. And certainly communication and networking like a pro, right? And networking is not a 4-letter word. It is something that we all do every day. We get better at it the more we do. But what you're doing is networking when you are on these calls. I mean, this is pure, unadulterated, wonderful, pure networking where we're talking to each other, learning about each other, building a knowledge base, building relationships, and that's networking. And so those are the really important. Let's say they're all important, but those ones I think particularly resonate with me. And then I think finally that piece that Sidat had talked about, and that is that you're not an island, and that having a mentor is a gift in life. And each of you now have been offered that gift, and you've taken it and you've run with it and you've embraced it. So I hope that you continue to text and message and call and jump in, as Sarah said, to these calls and continue with the network, because I think that you're onto something. You're onto something very special. So that's I think that's my pitch for why I think you are brilliant for having done this. I think the next thing I wanted to do, if I could, if you'll indulge me, I just wanted to share something personal from my heart, and that is for me, it's about my deeper why, and it's about why I do what I do, and why this program is so important to me, and why I want it to be here tonight, and in my vision that we would be here tonight. So I do this thing that I call living my life on purpose. And living our life's purpose is a concept that I was introduced to by a woman named Nancy Trite-Botkin. She was a speaker at one of the women's conferences that I was hosting, and what she said really resonated to me. She was talking about exactly, I think, what I felt, but I could never put into words, right? I hadn't really thought about what it was called, but I knew I had this feeling. So she used this term about living on purpose. and it clarifies what drives me and what propels me in my life. So simply put, finding your purpose means that you know where you're going and your why for going there. So coming to the realization of the big why in your life really means that you're now equipped to go and create positive change in your world. And your world is as big as you want it. Your world could be a big, actual international world. It could be your very small world of your loved ones. It can be whatever, something in between. But knowing your why, your big why, truly, once you understand it, I honestly believe that you feel joy, because there's this relief of knowing, hey, I know my why, I know what I want to do. So in my own life, that's where I am today. Okay. I know my purpose, and my purpose is to create opportunities for women wherever and however I can to empower them. So for me, it's women. I like to help women, empower women to empower women. And so I'm actually amazed at times that my path is actually on course, and that everything I do and the things that I embrace, the initiatives I create, the people I gather around me, the projects that fire me up, all these actions are not only changing my life, but I know that they do change the lives of people around me. And so, I mean, it's not just me doing this. Okay, this is not self-congratulatory in the least. This is me saying to you, look, I have a host of like-minded others in my world. I am privileged to know them. I actively cultivate them. And these are people who believe what I believe. They believe that what they do can affect others around us. And so I have an ability that I've been blessed to be able to align myself with these people. And I mean, trust me, my journey has not been without falls, okay, and trials and errors and a few wrong turns along the way. But I think the thing for me is I have a personal belief in myself. I really do believe that I own the strength that keeps me floating above the water. And I've learned compassion and wisdom, and hopefully compassion and wisdom toward myself as well as others. And I think I have the ability to recognize both, and then I extend that to others. And for me, that's been really big. So I've learned not to be afraid of the big ideas, okay? And I love big ideas. So when they come to me, and they do, I know that I have to embrace the idea. I simply have to take it. If I've got this big idea and I got to run with it. So I create a storyboard. I always have done this. I create a storyboard of how it's going to unfold. I put all my energy into rallying others around, like I said before, who I know are going to help support this and help make it happen. And you know what? Before you know it, and I guess before even I know it, we've got a project, and we've got an event, or we got a happening, we've got something that we know is going to change some lives. And so, to share with you sort of currently, one of my big ideas outside of LeadHER Alliance and LeadHERtrucking and LeadHER Trades and the whole LeadHER group, one of my big pieces has been Impact with Cynthia O. And so this is a project that started in late 2020 and March of 2020. And it started with a YouTube channel. So I created a YouTube channel, and the plan was to produce episodes. And these episodes would be interviews with women from around the world whom I knew were making an impact on the lives of other women. So, I love reaching out. I love talking to women who have no idea who I am. And I kind of stalk them and find them and reach out and say, hey, would you be a guest on my show? And anyway, it worked really well. The plan was to do one every quarter. Well, no, that's not true. The plan was to do one a month, but it was way too ambitious. It was not going to get it to the quality we wanted. So one a quarter, which we did in 2020. And then this March that just passed, in celebration of my birthday, we decided that we would launch on the 1-year anniversary of Impact with Cynthia O. We would launch a new campaign called Amplify Her Voice. And so Amplify Her Voice ties in so nicely with LeadHER Alliance. As you'll see, it's about an opportunity to find voices, young women and seasoned women and women from everywhere, and make sure that their voices that we don't hear, and we got to make sure that those voices are heard. So it's about finding those women and getting them on an interview, getting them on the channel. So anyway, I wanted to show you a quick clip, if you will, of sort of the overview of what Impact with Cynthia O has done, because I'm showing it to you because I want to encourage you to look at it. I want you to join me, follow up me on YouTube, and hopefully you'll know of women or yourselves who I should be working with and getting your voice on here. The power in that unified voice, the power in the assembly of women all under the same roof to talk about the same topic, and then the power of the plan, right? Having a plan and knowing these are the steps we're going to take and we're going to affect this change.
Women have so many skills that we don't recognize as truly competitive, growth-oriented skills. Helping women understand and kind of evaluate just what is naturally part of their personality that's really a skill.
At the time, you did have to push, and I did have some discrimination. And I do remember being in a national newsroom and having some, sexual harassment going on. And I've had those moments where I've had to push harder than a man in my position would.
I started thinking about how I can help these businesses get rid of all this waste, but also help some other people while creating a product line. 2 years fast forward, I'm here and I've got 8 women who are still working with me. They have become, more independent, they're more confident, they're started driving. It's amazing the things that I see that are transforming their lives.
Constantly seeing the statistics month to month in regards to domestic violence cases or intimate partner violence cases. And those statistics continue to be high. In the back of my mind, it's like you sit back and go, what else can we do? What can we do? What element can we do to assist further?
I always feel so empowered and I always feel so powerful. And because I feel that, I think that when I give that out to people, it resonates, and then people suddenly are able to see that they also have that power.
One last thing I'd like to say is that with digital media, with YouTube, there's so many opportunities out there to be creative, and never hesitate to find your own inner storyteller, because if you've got a cell phone, the opportunity is there.
I just wanted to leave you with this idea that, look, big ideas are going to happen. Don't be afraid of them. Branch out, reach out. Maybe it's not your own idea. Maybe it's an idea somebody else has, and they come to you and they say, hey, would you be able to get involved? Would you like to do this? And, sometimes we say our plate is full, but I challenge you that there are times, and not always, but we should try to find some room on that plate to reach out and do something that does make a difference. And I know a lot of you do that, okay? You already do that. Carla, I know you do a lot of community work. Shirley, you do. Vanita, there's a lot of community stuff going on, and I applaud all of you for that. So, but I think that, as I say, I just wanted to share with you, because I get excited about these ideas of knowing your purpose, knowing what you want to do in the world. And I think as you grow in programs like this, I see all of you on these calls, and I think you're all amazing, and you're women that can make these impacts. So I just wanted to boost you up and tell you that. So the other thing, and the last thing I wanted to leave you with, is the Lead Her Network. So as I said at the top of the call, you are now moving into Lead Her Network. So you're lifetime members, and we're going to do some fun things with Lead Her Network. And the whole idea of it is there's a bunch of things. It's all about keeping you engaged. So we're working on right now a directory, so that you'll be able to put in your own directory piece. So your photo, your contact information, some quotes from you, what you're passionate about, what you're doing. And so that everybody who's part of the Lead Her World Network can reach out to you. So now, obviously, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but I'm hoping that you do. It's about building that Rolodex. It's about building that business card file, right? Of people that you know, and you just don't know when you may need someone, and you go, do you know what? I think, I know I'll do that. I think Vanita is somebody who could help me with that. And so you reach out, right? It's that kind of a thing. So I'm really hoping that you'll stay involved with the network. We also want to do some fun things. And we also want to offer some sessions, something different. And so that's what I wanted to actually introduce to you today, is that we've actually got a plan for our first Lead Her Network event. So we don't have a solid date yet. We are looking at the end of September, but I would like to introduce to you on this call my dear friend Denise Pelly. And Denise is here on the call. As you can see, Denise will wave. There she is, Denise. And so Denise is a singer, a songwriter. She is an actor. She is a recording artist. She's an amazing woman. And she also has created a presentation, and it is called The Power of Music. And I love this presentation. I've been with her when she's presented it to audiences. Nobody can stay in their seats. They're on their feet. The music's beautiful. Her words are beautiful. So anyway, I wanted to bring Denise today to meet you, to encourage you, to say, look, Denise is going to be our first Lead Her Network guest. She's going to present her talk. So anyway, Dee, do you want to just say a few words? Because you should. Just share sort of what we're doing here with that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you very much, Cynthia, for allowing me to join tonight's event and meet these wonderful people. I'm just in awe of everyone and what everyone does. As Cynthia mentioned, I do have a presentation called The Power of Music. And what I talk about in that presentation is what music has done and continues to do for me, and how it's helped me through my ups and my downs and all the different chapters in my life. And hopefully I want that when you listen to it, that you come away with something that really sticks to your heart. If I could share with you, one of the things that I do say in the presentation is that our work and our lives become more meaningful when they are in harmony with who we are. The times when we feel the most happy, the most passionate, the most energized are the times when we are the most alive. And that's, I feel, when the soul really sings. And that's just kind of it in a nutshell. And with my presentation, I also include lots of music. As Cynthia mentioned, I am a singer, and there's no way I'm going to talk for 45 minutes without cutting into some music to fill up some of that time. But I choose songs that are meaningful to me and that make sense with what I've just shared. So thanks for having me, and I look forward to later in September when I can present the whole presentation for you.
Oh, that's thanks, Denise. I look forward to it too. And ladies, for sure, come on, join us. We'll be promoting it. You'll be able to go on and get your link for it, because it's an amazing presentation. The songs that Denise sings are wonderful, and it's a goosebump moment, let me tell you, right? And Sarah knows, because she's been at Power of the Purse as a speaker, and heard Denise deliver that talk. So anyway, thanks, Dee, for that. I appreciate it. Thank you for also joining us. And actually, speaking of singing, Denise, I know that you have wonderfully sang at birthdays of mine. We've been hanging out for so long. I guess we both, you've been around for a few decades with me. So I meet with you, and you're still older by a couple years. But anyway, speaking of birthdays, where's Miss Shirley Gray? Oh, Shirley, da-da-da-da. So here's what I thought. Shirley, come on, wave your hand. Let everybody know. Shirley's down. Come on, there she is, down in the bottom corner. Miss Shirley, take yourself off mute and tell us what today might be. You're muted.
I wasn't expecting that. I would just enjoy just watching y'all. I'm already like buzz. Okay. So.
Well, that's good. So I thought, which would be great, would be for Denise to sing happy birthday to you, because Denise, there's nothing makes me happier than Denise Pelly when she sings happy birthday to me. And nothing makes Denise Pelly happier when I don't sing happy birthday back. Okay. So knowing that, hey, Dee, do you want to just, let's just celebrate I have I've signed actually a legal document that says I'll never sing in front of Denise Pelly. She made me sign it. We were in Chicago together once, and I forgot who was in the car with me. And I was singing to the tunes on the radio. And then the moment I went, oh my God, I'm sitting here doing this in front of Denise Pelly. And she said, sign this. So anyway, Denise, it's our Shirley, our Shirley.
But Denise, how kind were you when Cynthia was singing? Please, you ought to be. You were kind to her.
I was kind.
Okay.
I was kind. I wanted to plug my ears, but I didn't, because that wouldn't be kind.
Yeah, she did.
Happy birthday, Shirley. And to that,
Thank you.
happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Oh,
happy
God.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shirley. Happy birthday to you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was beautiful.
Enjoy your
Beautiful.
Caught me off guard on that one. Thank you.
Shirley, happy birthday from
Thank you.
all of us here. This is
Thank
great.
you.
What a fun thing, and how good of you to give up your special day to be part of all of this too.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like, we're all part here.
Yeah, it's okay. I've been so busy all day and I haven't eaten. That's why I took myself off camera so I can eat something. And then after this, I have a class to go to. I'm graduating tonight, a Zoom class. So, I'm happy to be here. I mean, we've come a long way, a year plus, and wow, to see you and Sarah, what you guys have done with this program, with the whole alliance thing, and how fast it took off, and the possibilities and the things that happen. I mean, it's just amazing. And I am just happy to be a part of it. Really, I am. I love it. And I'm just hope that, you guys could just expand more, and I'm trying my best to do the recruiting and everything. It's a great program. Thank you. And my mentee, awesome. So, yeah.
Shirley, I have a special message as well. My mother's birthday is coming up on August 7th, her 90th.
Yes.
And I was telling her we are jumping on this call today. So she says to say to you that she also is not going to sing to you, but she would like to say to you, happy birthday to my very favorite trucker lady.
Tell her I say thanks. Love her to death. Love her. I have her pictures still because she's going to be a part of my my portrait that I'm creating on here, folks. So yeah, wonderful. And she's a Leo like me. Oh my God, I love it. No wonder we got along so well.
This is awesome.
Love it.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shirley. Thank you. Thanks, Denise, for singing that. That's great. And as I say, ladies, just know that you'll see the messages when Denise and I get the date set, and we'll be doing this this great event, and we want you all there. Okay, so
can I say one thing?
Oh, yes.
Carla. Hey, girl. It was me and you in the beginning on that radio show. I went back and I listened to it, and I know you probably as nervous as I was, but hey, I remember that. Yeah, be safe out there.
Thank you. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But that's right, Shirley. And for those of you who don't know, Shirley and Carla did a Women in Trucking. There's a radio program on Sirius FM that Ellen hosts, and they came on as guests, and they talked about the importance of mentorship. They talked about what they were looking forward to in the program. And Sarah, right, like that was the first kind of big boost for the program on that level. And Sarah and I are both in our homes listening to it and having happy feet. And we were so like bloody excited, right? Like then these women were amazing, and they just rose to the occasion. Talk about the big ideas. They said yes, they didn't say no, and they were awesome. So, and I mean, we need you all for that. So thank you so much for that. So, so I have one last piece, ladies. This is for you, okay? So, thank you for being here at the celebration. Thank you for being our pilot. This is a little gift I wanted to share. So like I said, I'm beyond proud of all of you for becoming a Lead Her and going on to Lead Her Network and our lifetime sisterhood of support and guidance, friendship and love. And that's from me. And so what we'd like you to do is select an item here, let me know what you would like. And you'll get it. We'll send it in the mail to you. Rachel couldn't come on. Rachel Partridge is with Gordon Foods, and she has a business that does all this logo stuff. So she's working with us on it. But anyway, what's there is what we think might be our first, and it might work, might not, but the shower bag that we were talking about. And then there's, of course, the cap, the ball cap. And then there's a tank shirt here, but there's also a t-shirt, okay, if you don't like that. But anyway, please choose which one you'd like. Let me know, and we will get it shipped out to you as a little thank you gift, little goodie bag. Who doesn't come to a celebration without a goodie bag, right? So anyway, we wanted to do that. It's the beginning of our LeadHERtrucking swag to represent, right? So we've got some more items to show you in a bit. So that was that. So I think we're not quite at the 8 o'clock, but I'm hoping that you'll have some comments. I hope you'll have some things that you would like to share as we were sort of wrapping this up. Sarah, is there anything you want to jump in with at this point?
I just want to say, I know you're not going anywhere, but I cannot stress this enough. When I get to text and I sit there in the morning and I get to text all of my friends from trucking, I feel blessed. And Shannon, I've been watching you this whole time. If I had a smile that could go for a whole hour like yours does, wow. And, Vanita and Shirley and Carla, who have been our spokespeople for getting out there and just shining the light on Lead Her Alliance. Thank you. Christine and our mentors in general, Naya, everybody that's been a mentor. Suzanne, I don't know how many mentees you have, but it is remarkable that when I put out a note and say, hey, can you help me out? We have this mentee that really needs A, B, or C, and you jump aboard. Like, you are my inspiration. I have never, and I've said this before, but I've never in my wildest dreams did I think that I'd be sitting here right now going, oh, some of my greatest inspirations are women driving trucks. I think about you on the roads. I think about you all the time. So thank you for becoming such great friends. Thank you.
Thank you. That's beautiful. That's excellent, Sarah. So before we wrap, anybody, open mic time, anybody want to share, say something, feel free. We want to hear from you. We love seeing you on here. And again, I'm kind of sad that we're not going to be necessarily doing this every month, but that's okay because you're not going anywhere. So we're not going to let you.
Okay. Go ahead, honey. And you look gorgeous.
So I just thank you. I just want to say that, I feel like I've had an unfair advantage of this whole thing just because every time there was somebody that came on and spoke, and I love the fact that it wasn't just trucking stuff, right? Like, we have mentors for that, but then the pods were about real life stuff that happens outside of that to help us, right? Our mental health, how important self-care is, making sure that we take those days off, goal setting, all of those things, right? And every time that we would have somebody, I live a 12-step program in my life, and I would be like, oh, we do that in recovery. Oh yeah, I already do that. Oh, I do that too. And in recovery, we always talk about that you're not going to find another group of people where literally nobody wants to see you fail. Everybody wants to see you succeed, right? And then how much better the world would be if everybody just did that. I love that that's what I find here. It's another place where I feel that nobody wants to see anyone fail. We all want everyone to succeed. And, it truly is women empowering women. And I'm very grateful to be a part of that. Thank you so much, Sarah and Cynthia.
Thank you, Carla. Thank you so much. That is great. And you're right. It's a no judgment zone, and you feel the energy, don't you? You feel the support, and that everybody wants each other to succeed. So you're so right about that. It is. So
Can I say something right
yes,
quick?
You can. Please.
Okay. I just want to say to Denise, we talk about music. I've got a favorite, and I tell people, I said, music is music. But when you got somebody that just magnifies your soul, and just take you to another place. That's what you call real music.
That's beautiful, Allison. And just so everyone knows too, because your image isn't up in you're on iPhone, but Allison is going to be our workshop host for August. And so we're really excited about that. As we said, Denise, and then Nurdan is continuing on with us for the next year as well. So she'll be still one of our incredible hosts sharing her messages. So thanks, Allison, for that comment. And I totally agree with you. And Denise shares her gifts beautifully. We're very fortunate to be here in London and here in several different ways. But thank you for that comment and welcome, Allison. We look forward to hearing from you in August.
Yes. And I look forward to hearing Denise's workshop. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So it is, yes. And who else would like to speak?
It was Naya. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Naya.
I'm fine.
You go.
I just wanted to thank everyone. I know Sarah's tired of me, but she gained a friend. I love her. When I get her text messages, I'm excited. I'm like, yes. And I just want to let you ladies know that I've made so much progress in my in my retirement plan. I plan on building an asset-based trucking company, taking all of my experience. And I kind of changed my plan since I worked with you ladies, which was a wonderful and wise decision. So you ladies have given me a whole lot of encouragement, strength. I thank you for that. I know that I had to put my CDL training on hold for work, but I was actually just provided the opportunity to start back next month, which is great. I'm not going to stop. I faced a lot of adversity at work, but I am doing it with a smile and doing it with such grace. And because I look at you all and I see how you're able to progress and smile and encourage one another, it helps me a lot. And even when I'm dealing with my guys at work, they're like, oh my gosh, you're different. So I just wanted you all to know that you've gained a friend. I have some suggestions for you for your YouTube show. There are some ladies that I admire within my organization. And I definitely want to send you something on that. But thank you all for everything. I want to stay in contact and just wanted to let you know that you all are an inspiration.
Thank you, Naya. That is so great. And you inspire us. And thank you for those words. And I'm glad to hear that, you said this relationship with everyone has helped you change or, alter your plan and obviously make it better. And so that is so gratifying and that's wonderful to hear. So thank you for sharing that too, because that's really what it's about, isn't it? To be able to do that. So good for you.
Thank you.
I know we just hit 8 o'clock, but I just want to say real quick, Cynthia, thank you for your vision. Sarah, thank you for jumping on to her vision. Thank you for you all's dedication. This takes a lot of work. Aside from everything else that goes on in your life, you seen the vision, you stuck with it, you grabbed Sarah, and I'm sure there's plenty others. Women in Trucking, there's so many others that you grabbed in. I thank you for that. I thank you, Sarah, for pairing me with the best mentor to me ever. And we Naya just said, we've gained friends here. It goes beyond mentorship and it's like friends for life. Andrea, I thank you. I thank Carla. I thank every woman on this call because everyone here has brought something throughout this whole past year. When I was ready to give up and say, oh no, this isn't for me, people jumped in. When I made phone calls, they answered and they encouraged me that no, you can do this. So you're right. This isn't, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. So I thank you all so much. It's priceless.
Yeah. Anita, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And, certainly it does my heart. Like that's what I was hoping for too, that it would be this, right? And you're right. I think it's priceless. I think having a mentor is a gift and it's priceless. And you guys clearly understand that and you're embracing it. So look at you all. Yeah. So thank you for sharing that.
I think please. Carla and Vanita is ready to step up now and be mentor. They are wonderful. They've learned a lot. They've gained a lot. And they're wonderful. And Vanita has been an example of that. Like, she had someone, I don't know, a young lady call her for some guidance, and she was on vacation. Vanita was on vacation, having fun at the beach or something. But she took that young lady call, but she did not know the exact answer. And she passed her through to me, and we three-way call. And this young lady was like, oh my God, I'm sorry I bothered you. But no, it wasn't a bother. That's what we're there for. You know, we're there to help, jump in, support. And that's what it was. And, you know, Vanita was like, this part I don't know, but I know someone who knows. And she called me and I gave her, that's what it is. But Vanita knew as much, because Vanita would reach out to me and say, hey, Shirley, don't forget to do this. And I'm like, yeah, I'm on it. I did it. But thanks for reminding me. That right there that is what I'm talking about. So Vanita, you know, and Carla, I think it's time. They're ready to step up into the plate, and they've done such a wonderful job. And Carla's mentor, you know, here Carla mentioned her mentor, you know, she done it. And I think it's time, and we're going to be there for you guys. We're not going anywhere. So, you know, we just need you guys to, you know, to show now and put it out there what you, and I'm saying, Cynthia and Sarah, oh my goodness, thank you all. And the other programs, remember we used to be on the trade and the other alliance, you know, you separate them now, but it's you guys have done a fantastic job with all, you know, in the alliance with all these other programs. And I want to say thank you very much. This is what the industry needs.
Thank you, Shirley.
Fabulous. And just so you know, Shirley, Carla and Vanita are already destined, or the mentor is under their name as well. So we're on it. We're on it.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
So everyone, Andrea, thank you again for coming and being part of the call tonight. And again, thank you for everything Women in Trucking does for women in trucking, and for believing in this program, in addition to the mentoring and the education that you offer as well. Thank you. I know you're reaching out and helping in a campaign to help recruit. Everybody on the call, Sarah is in a huge recruiting blitz starting August 1. Well, starting anytime today, but we've got another pod to fill. And so reach out, think about who you know who should be doing this, mentoring or be a mentee, and let her know, because we want to fill those spaces. So yeah, and who knows better than those who have already been in it? So, you know, it's just great. So everybody, Christine, Carla, Rachel, Naya, Shirley, Vanita, Shannon, Jenny. Hey, Jenny, how are you there? Nordan, you know, thank you so much. Denise, thanks everyone for taking part in this. We'll get the video done and we'll get it sent out for those who couldn't make it. And if any of you want to watch it again, but there's I just put my phone number for calling and texting and my email. So let me know about your gift selection, and I'll take care of that piece. Yeah, and we're on, right, Sarah? We're on to more. We got the schedule going, and there's another pod starting. So there we go. It's not ending. It's just the beginning, right? Oh my God, Denise, I almost wanted to sing a Carpenter song. We've only just begun, but I didn't. Do you notice how I did not sing that song? Look at her covering her ears. Oh my God, I love it. So anyway, everyone enjoy the rest of your summer. I don't see you, but probably see you next month. Okay, everybody, take care. We love you all. Thank you so much.
The ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Everybody's here for something for a short time. Overdue, gonna get mine. Gotta go, I'm moving. The ground's full, moving, so I'm moving it up. Oh yeah, the ground's full, moving, so I'm moving.